It's that time again. We're opening a big bad toy store box.
It's morphin' time.
I wanna take you for a ride. I wanna take you for a ride.
Hello, this is Soundout here, and welcome to another Big Bad Toy Store Pile of Loot unboxing. We got some cool stuff in here, some stuff that's going to be in future videos, or videos you may have already seen, depends on when this goes up. Pretty excited about quite a few things in here. There's some really neat stuff that we're going to look at. Also, apologies if you can hear the fans running in the background. It's raining, but also hot, so it's made it humid, so it's made it hotter, and if I don't have those running, I'm probably going to die on camera, and I don't think anybody wants that, so yeah, possible fan sound. I could be saying all this and you can't hear anything. No idea, but you will be able to hear me. That's the goal here. So, on that note, if you like unboxings, hit the like button, tell YouTube that you enjoy it, tells me you enjoy it, hit subscribe and the notification bell so you keep up on future videos on the channel. All right, let's get to it. So, as always, we're going to cut towards myself, which is poor safety management, but you know what? This isn't an OSHA certified workplace because I don't know why, actually. I should look into that. Anyways, the important part is we got stuff to open. We got cool stuff, you know? It's that unboxing thing. This is, I think, like a month and a half's worth of stuff. You know, I think this has been building up for a bit, but not like... It's not as short as the last one. This is definitely a bit lengthier. I've been waiting on some stuff, specifically for the Superman movie. They didn't come in yet, like the Kid Robot Crypto plush. Movie is out in a week from when I'm filming this, and yet no crypto. But we got some cool stuff. I say no crypto, there's crypto. So here we have the McFarlane Toys of Superman and Crypto. So I opted to not collect the McFarlane Superman movie figures because for some reason Mr. Terrific is a chase figure. Those chase figures are driving me insane. I finally found one at a Target, and it was Starman, and that was nice, but that's the only one I found. Yeah, McFarlane does too many chase figures, and when you have Mr. Terrific, who is A, not only an important character of the movie, B, one of my favorite DC characters, and C, shouldn't ever be a chase figure. Like, when that's a chase figure, we've lost the plot on whatever the chase figure thing is. Now, the reason I got this, and I had to get the version with crypto, because I was like, well, I'm not getting the version without crypto. I just really want to put this with my Robert Pattinson Batman, so I can just sit there and hope that they end up in the same universe together, because I feel like David Corenswet and Robert Pattinson would make a great, world's finest duo. That's the only reason I got this, pretty much, because I opted to just jump out of the McFarlane line and get all the Spin Master figures instead, which I'm almost done with. I just need Hawk Girl, who I have on order. It's just Amazon's taking their time shipping her. But, yeah. No, I'm enjoying the Spin Master stuff more, and they're like $10 a figure. It's nice. Alright, speaking of nice, here is Age of the Primes Megatronus the Fallen. I've been kind of wishy-washy on if I'm going to collect the 13. I think I've decided I'm not going to collect the 13. The 13 Primes, that is. Obviously, I got Star Convoy. Did a great video on that. Megatronus, though, yeah, I do have nostalgia for War Within and the Fallen and his, like, crazy I'm on fire edgelordness. So, you know, I was in it. I was actually, like, kind of on the fence. I wasn't sure because leader class Transformers are expensive and stuff. And I think I watched through his review of this, and I was like, I think I need it, and so I got it. Anyways, got Megatronus. I think for the Primes, I'll probably get Solus, Onyx, definitely Micronus, because that one's cool with the whole, like, power armor gimmick thing. And I think I kind of want Alpha Trion mostly for his book. But yeah, we'll see how the rest turn out. So God, is it the only point I'm skipping Alchemist and Prima? I may end up getting all of them. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. This is fun, because I just filmed a Blu-ray haul that had the Blu-ray for this. This is the Murder, She Wrote Jessica Fletcher from NECA. This is the 8-inch retro cloth version. It's a pretty good head sculpt on her. I like that she comes with, like, normal and surprised face, which is great. Love Murder, She Wrote. Great series. Really great. Looks like her glasses plug into the sides of her hair with little plugs, which is nice. This is cool. This is cool. I don't usually do the 8-inch retro cloth figures at all, but I don't think they're going to do, like, an Ultimates of her, so, there's that. She can hang out with Elvira. They're in the same size class, but, yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's kind of wild we have Murder, She Wrote merchandise. I got this and a Toonie Terrors figure and a giant Blu-ray box set that I don't know if you've seen it yet in the Blu-ray haul, but check out the Blu-ray haul for that. All right. This was fun. An X-Force 2-pack of Warpath and X-23. both updates to Marvel Legends figures. I didn't have X-Force Warpath from the original. This is a much better, newer mold. But the thing for me is the updated Laura Kinney. It's in her X-Force X-23 look, but she's got the double joint elbows and the pinless joints, so she's like better than the original one. And still comes with 2 different heads, which I really, really like. So, yeah, I was like, yeah, I'll get these. Also, I'm enough of an X-Men narc that, like, yeah, I mean, I want to get the X-Force colors. They're cool. But yeah, that one's a fun set. And then also what's fun is because these piled up enough, I think it came out around the same time. It's got Archangel. And Archangel here is on a new wing system than the old Archangel, which is great. This looks way better with the curved wings than whatever they were doing before. And he also comes with the effect part of, like, the wing tips of him throwing them. And I do hope they go and do classic Archangel with these wings, with the wing tips, because I think it'd be way better than what we have. But I'm glad we got the X-Force version first. I'm always down for them when they're going to do a new mold of something they've already done before. It's like, do something different first, then go back and redo the original. So I'm excited to see what else they do with these wings, but I'm also excited to kind of play around with another Angel figure, because I really like the one from last year with the regular Angel wings. That one was really cool. All right, speaking of cool, Jada Toys makes cereal mascots still, and here's Tony the Tiger. Look at him. So I have the cereal monsters, of course, because, you know, me and classic monsters. I've got Chester Cheetah, who's not a cereal mascot. Well, as far as I know, there's not Cheeto cereal, but food mascots, I guess, is the whole thing. But here's Tony. He's got, like, a soft goods scarf and stuff, which is great, and he's got, like, the basketball, and he's got a hand pointing, but he also has a hand that has a peg in it, so you can put the basketball on his finger, which is awesome. I love it. I love that Jada Toys does stuff like this. They're like, we do this, and we do Street Fighter, we do Mega Man, and I do that, and I Street Fighter-ish. And also, they do Cyberpunk, so they get me. All right, I don't buy a lot of Masterverse anymore, not because I don't think the line's great. I think it is amazing. Just, you know, space, budget, all that. But I am keeping up with the 87 movie figures, because I feel like these are the only time we're going to get these. Because Super 7 did them, and they're like, we had to go through a whole loophole for them, and so Mattel's doing them again. But they did a few in a row that were new. They did Beastman and Evelyn, who we never had before, which was awesome. We have He-Man and Skeletor. Now we've got Blade. Now, Blade was in Master Universe Classics, and I have the original Blade, but since I've been collecting the other figures, I was like, yeah, okay, I need to get the Blade for the new line. And he looks pretty good, and I like that his accessory count reminds me of the Classics ones. He's got the whip and the knife and the sword, the 2 swords, so pretty awesome. Yeah, I'll keep up with those. And the occasional other one, like I think I bought Mechanic, because I always love Mechanic. All right, we're going to play a fun game called Guess What One of My Favorite One Piece Characters is, as if you may not already know. Here's the Funko Pop Trafalgar Law. So there have been other Law Funko Pops, but I missed them, and the Funko scene for One Piece is nuts. So anything you miss, it's gone. Just move on to the next one. This is specifically Law during the raid on Onigashima. It's this fight with Big Mom, and you can see he's doing his awakening move with the anesthesia on the sword, which is cool. But I got him, so you can go with Pop Beppo. And then I just pre-ordered a Banpresto Beppo, who's about the same height as this Law. So I've got the duo going. I might need to make like a little sub-shelf for Heart Pirates at this point. But yeah, I love Trafalgar Law. One of my favorite characters. And yeah, had to get his Funko Pop. Adding to that, I had to get his hat. They put up some cool cosplay stuff. Like you could get like Ace's hat. I think maybe there was a Chopper hat. I think there was a few other things that went up as like cosplay items. And I was like, yeah, but you know, if I'm buying a cosplay item, I have Luffy's hat already. There's Law's hat. This thing looks incredibly cozy. Like it's lined on the inside like a hat. It's very poofy. I can put it over my other hat. I feel like that would also, if I put it on in place of my other hat, that would just make me even warmer than I already am. This is like a good winter hat, I feel. Obviously, it's a cosplay hat, but yeah, it was just like, you know, I wanted to get this. I like when I can just get items that my favorite characters have. I have a Mr. Terrific jacket that I got from Hot Topic that is super cool for the same reason, but I like certain objects. But yeah, Law's hat, very iconic in the way that Luffy's is, but kind of different just because it's, you know, it's laws. But yeah, that's the end of box 1. Yeah, there's a second box. The second box, I think, it's mostly large items, and that's why I ended up in 2. But I'll go grab that other box. You guys enjoy a commercial break, or if YouTube doesn't put it in here, a few seconds of silence. All right, it's box number 2, larger and wider. This is for probably good reason. I don't know. If you guys have noticed, you're like, where's all the Figuarts? Yeah, we always have Figuarts on this channel. We always have Figuarts in these Big Bad Toy Store boxes. Because a lot of times, if I can import a Figuart, I will. If I can't, then, you know, I just got to get it from Big Bad Toy Store. I'm going to try to open the side of this box. There we go. I think we got it. Ooh, logistics. Logistics is a tricky thing. All right, let's start off with something that's not Figuarts. Here's Ernie for Sesame Street. I found Bert and the Count at my Target. Didn't find an Ernie in any store. So I have Bert and the Count. Here's Ernie. Ernie is number 1 in the series. Bert is 2, and then Count is 3. And then I think it's either Hairy Monster or Big Bird. That's 4, and then 5. These are great. These are really great if you love the Sesame Street characters. It makes me want, you know, now that Diamond Select Toys kind of died, it makes me want NECA to kind of get the license for Muppets, because I think that they did a great job with Sesame Street. So that'd be really cool if they could do, like, Muppet Show Muppets. All right, let's get to the rest of this. Oh, that's why the box is so big. I didn't realize how large high-grade Show Ryujin is. This is interesting. So, King of Braids GaoGaiGar, one of the most, like, I think, recognized non-Gundam mecha series. One of the more popular Super Robot series in general. I love it. They did a real grade GaoGaiGar a few years ago and a Goldie Marg. Really great kits. I did not build Goldie Marg yet. I don't know how I got so sidetracked, but I just haven't built Goldie Marg. And I was kind of wondering, I was like, are they going to make the other Brave robots from GaoGaiGar? And then eventually they said, hey, we're doing high-grade Show Ryujin. And I thought, sure, high-grade, real grade, same scale, no problem, no muss here. Also, kind of probably a little bit easier on the engineering because real grades have to have an internal frame. How do you do an internal frame on this? I don't even know if GaoGaiGar has an internal frame, but the point being, when you have 2 robots that transform and combine by symmetrical docking, it's going to be a little bit harder to pull off an internal frame system. Did make them a little bit cheaper than he would have been, which is nice. But we haven't gotten any announcements yet. They're slow to do these, but I'm kind of hoping that eventually, you know, we'll see Big Volfog, Mike Saunders, the Dimension pliers would be cool. In Star GaoGaiGar parts, that could be a set of pliers and Star GaoGaiGar. We need, of course, Geki Ryujin, his brother combo, which, you know, they can just use the molds for these, add new parts, we're good to go. And then if they do stuff from GaoGaiGar Final, we'd need like 10 Ryujin, similar system to this, but different. Gao Figuarts, Genesis GaoGaiGar. Not sure how they're going to handle King Jader, though, because if it's in this scale, that King Jader would be massive. But they've been doing crazy stuff on Gundam. They did the Destroy Gundam stuff, so we'll see. I'm just happy with this. I will build it some point in the future. Alright, speaking of building things, the Constructicons. So here is the Commander class Hook and Long Haul. These are the 2 torso components for Devastator. I already have, what is it? Bone Crusher and Scavenger, and then Mixmaster and what's the other guy's name? I had this issue on a live stream not that long ago, and I couldn't remember the name of the backhoe guy. Anyways, Scrapper? Maybe. Anyways, I have 2. These are the next 2. The last 2 just went up for pre-order after these 2 came in, so I already had 4/6 of this paid for. I like the first 2 components a whole lot. I haven't done any combination stuff, obviously. I might slap together most of a Devastator here, because we still need an arm and a leg. But yeah, these have been nice. I had the Unite Warriors Devastator, and I debated on not getting this, but I ultimately decided to get it because of the scaling. And it's the individual robots, the first 2 we got, really felt nice. So I'm looking forward to these guys as well. It's been, you know, I love combiners for Transformers, and we get a lot of them right now, because we got Superion, we got Devastator, and then we got another one, which, Bruticus. So, there's that. All right, if you guys know, I'm not super big in the third-party scene. I don't usually buy third-party Transformers that often, third-party upgrade kits. Every once in a while, one hits me. This is for Dino King. The Dino King I thought we got was good. I thought it was solid. I liked it. I saw this kit, weighed the price to what it does. It's not like all gap fillers. It's like extra weapons and articulating fingers and what kind of looked like sturdier arms, which was like a big thing for me, and bigger feet, as well as just some other upgrades to kind of make him a little bit better than what he already was. And so, yeah, picked this one up. I'll upgrade my Dino King. You know, it's just kind of those little things that, like, it's like, this is good, but it could be a little bit better, and that kit does it everything that I want it to. All right, speaking of Jada Toys, I mentioned Street Fighter. This is where I'm talking about with size. The deluxe wave. So we have Blanca and Sagat. These guys are more expensive than the other Street Fighter figures because they're larger. Sagat, obviously, big, tall dude. I saw him in Target after my pre-order filled, and I was like, that's how big the box is? No wonder the price is higher. But yeah, he's large. He's got like the Tiger Kick effect. He's got 2 different heads, extra hands, like we expect. I think he looks amazing. I think he looks better than the Storm Arena Sagat that we've seen so far for Alpha. I think this is really good, so really happy with him. And then this is the first time I've seen Blanca in person. I love Blanca. He's one of my favorite Street Fighter characters. They give him so much personality. You can see that kind of little snarl smirk on his main head. He's got like the angry head as well. Big old lightning effects. Ooh, that's really nice. I'm looking forward to seeing how curled up into a ball he can get. Because that's kind of the trick with Blanca. But yeah, really cool. So 2 more down for the Street Fighter collection. Still more to go. I think Vega's next, because they put him up for pre-order. So looking forward to that. Really love the Jada Street Fighter stuff. All right, what do we got left? I'm trying to like map things out. Oh, we got another Transformer. Sky-Byte. He's a shark. I love Sky-Byte. I love Transformers Robots in Disguise 2001, as I've talked about many times on the channel. A lot of it's nostalgia. A lot of it's just appreciation of like all the cool stuff in it. Sky-Byte is the first of these generations RID 2001 figures to actually be done right. So Omega Prime was obviously great, but had the QC issues. That I put aside. That's a HasLab thing. In terms of the retail ones, Scourge was the wrong colors and was just a repaint that needed remolding to be accurate to Scourge. That's why I call it just Nemesis Laser Prime. Let's see. Toe Line was a repaint, so he wasn't exactly right. He had a new head, but not 100% to Toe Line. Sideburn was, basically it was Shadow Strike with a new head. It was fine, but not like great. This is built from the ground up to be an RID 2001 character, and no better choice than Sky-Byte. The funny part too, this is the first thing that entered the pile of loot, because before we knew what happened, like suddenly everybody that ordered him in Heatwave on Big Bad Toy Store was like, it's in stock, and it's like 4 months early or whatever. Still happy, still glad to finally get him. I'm really, really excited to open him up. Love this character. Love this character. All right, we got one more NECA figure. From the Horror of Dracula, we have Professor Van Helsing. And it's the Peter Cushing version of Van Helsing to go with our Christopher Lee version of Dracula. Yes, Star Wars fans, Tarkin and Count Dooku were in a bunch of movies together called the Hammer horror films. And George Lucas, I think, cast Peter Cushing specifically because of the Hammer horror movies, and he cast Christopher Lee because of his portrayal of Count Dracula. That's why Dooku is a Count, even though that was not really a thing that existed in Star Wars. And they're like, wait, how did a Count become a Jedi to be a fallen Jedi? And George Lucas was like, I just put Christopher Lee in a cape, and of course he's going to be a Count because he was Count Dracula. Now he's Count Dooku. George Lucas, being a nerd, overwrites a lot of what the extended universe people had to figure out. But excited about this. I love that we get stuff like this. I'm hoping, now that we got these two, it'd be nice if we could do Curse of Frankenstein and get Frankenstein's monster, who was Christopher Lee, and Dr. Frankenstein, who was Peter Cushing. All right, we got some anime stuffs. It's some animes. I love City Hunter. City Hunter doesn't get that much merchandise. For the newest movie, Angel Dust, there was a set of Banpresto statues of Rio and Kaoru. So we've got both of them in their Angel Dust looks. Rio always looks the same in pretty much everything. Kaoru's like a little different. This is a great duo of characters. I love the series, and yeah, I just took the opportunity because they just don't get merchandise, so I was like, yep, need to get the Banpresto statues. It's kind of like when they did Lupin Part 6. They did Banpresto statues of Fujiko and Lupin. And I was kind of hoping they'd do the rest of them, and then they didn't. Here, at least, we're done with the main duo. There are other characters they can make, but I actually don't know if they're in the movie because I haven't seen Angel Dust yet. Speaking of not getting as much merch, Nefeltari Vivi from One Piece. Very important character. She is, an honorary Straw Hat Pirate. I think, kind of an official Straw Hat Pirate in a way. Anyways, not too much merch about her. Not sure if she's going to get a Figuart. Not sure if she's going to get, an Anime Heroes or anything, because Anime Heroes have been kind of quiet for a little while. So I was like, yeah, nice Banpresto statue of her. It's in her, current look, post-Reverie. So, yeah, I'm gonna get that. I was like, yep, gonna get that. I do like my statues for certain things. It's usually when I go, can I get another figure of this? And the answer is no. Speaking of other figures not existing, we have younger Toguro, 100% from Yu Yu Hakusho. So I have reviewed Yusuke before. I'll do a short on Toguro, of course. What's weird about the Yu Yu Hakusho line is that we got Yusuke. They announced Toguro pretty quick. Toguro's been out for several months now, and we haven't heard about the next figure. And I'm like, where's Kuwabara Hiei and Kurama and Botan? At minimum, those other four, we need those. Let alone there's so many different villains and figures they can make. I thought they were going to go and do more, but they seem to just do Yusuke and just do Toguro's strongest form. So it's kind of a bummer. I hope there's more in the future, because I do like these. I love Yu Yu Hakusho. Want more figures. And then in the continuing saga of Naruto Figuarts, we have Tsunade, looking pretty fantastic. She was a premium Bandai exclusive in Japan, but was a general retail release in the US, which was nice for pricing. The new Jiraiya is doing the same thing. So I've got Jiraiya on order. I've been pretty much getting most of the Naruto Figuarts. There's some of them that I won't get, like some of the alternate form stuff, not worried about, but the unique characters, I already have the event exclusive Jiraiya, but the new Jiraiya is just so much better that I'm like, yeah, I gotta get them. But yeah, still collecting the Naruto Figuarts, but looking forward to Tsunade. It's nice. Her and Hinata were pretty much back-to-back, which was kind of like, wow, two women? Because no other Figuarts line really does that, and especially with Naruto, which is cool. And then we have Shanks from One Piece. Now, Shanks here is the pre-time skip, and it's specifically supposed to be the early days, and he comes with childhood Luffy. And the childhood Luffy is this small figure. He's not articulated. He is meant so you can do the pose of Shanks giving Luffy the hat. Now, the only complaint I have with that is that I wish it came with two hats, so you could have the Luffy figure just sitting off to the side, because you only get the one hat that plugs onto Luffy. So if you have Shanks wearing it, then Luffy's just going to have part of his head missing. But other than that, it's really cool. This figure was I remember this is he was cheaper than Ace, and I'm like, he comes with a whole other figure and a cloth cape, so that's a good deal. Once again, was P Bandai in Japan, retail in the US. And yes, his arm is removable. You can remove his arm. So I probably will have him posed removed arm, no hat, and then just have the childhood Luffy on the shelf with the hat. But pretty cool figure overall. So that's pretty much it. In terms of One Piece Figuarts, for those wondering, because of Bandai's new prices, I'm not going to get a couple of them. I'm skipping Blackbeard. He's just too expensive. I'm skipping Admiral Kizaru, who I would have liked to have gotten, but they're charging $165 plus shipping and tax on P Bandai US, and that's just too much for him. He doesn't even have a cloth cape. I think if he had a cloth cape, I'd be a little bit more swayed, but I was like, nah, that's just too much. I'm skipping the new Gear 5 Luffy as well, because he was 110. And I don't even like the first Gear 5 Luffy that much, and the new one seems to be mostly an accessory pack, which is stuff I wanted, but again, I'm not going to spend that much for him. And then I did order Jewelry Bonnie and Romance Dawn Usopp, so look forward to those. In terms of videos with the stuff we got, I'm going to do something with Sky-Byte. I want to do something with Sky-Byte. I'm going to do a video comparing the Unite Warriors to the Studio Series Devastator, because I do have that Unite Warriors version. Might as well. There will be, of course, shorts with all the Figuarts. That's, usual stuff. Don't expect anything on this. Just, it's cool, but, I don't really do model kit reviews as often, and GaoGaiGar not as much. And expect this Law hat to show up in a video at some point. Just going to put it on right now. That's the unboxing. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you didn't hit the like button and subscribe to the notification bell, get on it. It's right there. It's easy. It helps a whole lot. Do appreciate it greatly. You can also check out our Discord server in the link below. You can join as a channel member, get perks like early access to videos, and help support the channel directly. Let's give some special shout-outs to our channel members. Special shout-out to our channel member Captain Tiers, Spin-54, MasterBin95, Forever1000, Super Shaddix Boom, Mr. Smelly Potato, Jamie's World, Jamie Harper, Mars the Star Droid, Patty, Common Spidey, Liam Peterson, Common Jojo, Mohammed Depp, Josh Frisch, K-Floss, GaoGaiGar, Michael, Koopaman, Doge9789, LFIV, and Matcha's Dent. Thank you to members and viewers alike for your support of this channel. If you so wish, you can find me on social media on Blue Sky and Letterboxd at Soundout12. My awesome graphic designer is on social media and Discord at DarkClaw643. And you can find Hero Club at hero-club.com for news, interviews, and more. And until next time, this is Soundout saying, till the next haul.